This Disney World intel has been kept under wraps for way too long, so we're exposing the secret Disney tricks no one will tell you about except for us today here on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. I'm here with the piping hot tea that's gonna chart your next Disney World vacation across new waters. You see, there are a lot of good Disney World tips out there that are common knowledge by this point, like how you need to stay hydrated and wear comfy shoes and get plenty of rest each night before jump-starting another day. All great tips. Absolutely, we talk about them all the time, but then there are the underground tips, the underrated tips, the ones that are either brand spanking new or the ones not even Disney really wants you to know about. Whatever the case may be, we are bringing all that low-key, juicy info your way today, and you can use this intel in the parks however you see fit. But before I even get to point number 1 on our list, let me give you a bonus tip that you're definitely not going to hear anywhere else. You can download free Disney World planning worksheets right now by scanning that QR code on the screen. These worksheets are loaded with good info for new and veteran Disney guests alike, helping you stay organized as you plan ahead for the best Orlando vacation of all time. All right, number 1, I gotta start off the video with this major point because it is more crucial than you may realize. How many of y'all are people pleasers and how many of y'all turn the people pleasing off when it comes to your vacation? Unfortunately, so many of us keep that switch on 24/7, even when we're traveling to the most magical place on earth. So we make reservations at Cinderella's Royal Table because our neighbor Jody told us it was the best restaurant ever, and we get into the Tron Light Cycle Run virtual queue because everyone else on social media says it's no big deal and you should totally try it, even if you aren't a big ride fan. And then we book a hotel at one of the Disney World resorts because we've heard you're not truly going to get the best Disney World experience if you're not planning on spending $200 plus per night on your stay. Yeah, lots of opinions go into your trip. And when you're trying to make sure your travel group and your family is really having the best time ever, it's easy to feel obligated and FOMO to do all these things because everyone else says you're supposed to do them. But at the end of the day, you might not want to book Cinderella's Royal Table and spend $79 per person. And you might not want to ride Tron because roller coasters make you feel kind of panicky. And you may not want to stay directly with Disney because you found a good neighbor hotel for way cheaper. Let me say this loud and clear. All Disney World vacations are different. What matters at the end of the day is that your family is having a great time and you are too. You're investing way too much money in this trip to mold it into someone else's perfect vacation, no matter what your book club or your Facebook group or whatever says you're supposed to do. So when you hear tips and recommendations and other people's must-dos, and yes, I'm even talking about mine, take those with a grain of salt, but make sure you do your own research and touch base with your family. A lot of times those must-dos people are talking about might actually be what you want to do. But don't let someone else's idea of the best day ever dictate how your best day should go. Next thing you need to know about before you go to Disney World, there's been another Genie Plus change, my friends, and it's actually a good one. Lately, anytime more changes are announced for Genie Plus, many folks' reaction is to immediately be upset. And that's because so many of the changes that Genie Plus has made over the past couple of years have either A, cost us more money, or B, cost us our sanity. So it kind of feels like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, only now it's the premium line skipping service who cried, "This is a better system, I swear." A little mouthy for a children's book title, but work in progress. But I'm here to confirm that, yeah, this most recent change Genie Plus has made is actually a decent one. On June 27th, Genie Plus's pricing system switched. Now, guests can buy Genie Plus based on the park they want to visit. All right, I can already feel the heat burning on some of y'all's cheeks, but let's take this a step at a time here. In the past, whatever Genie Plus price was listed for the day of your visit was what you had to pay, no matter where you were going. So Genie Plus was the same price for Magic Kingdom's 20 plus rides that it was for Animal Kingdom's 5 rides. But now, Genie Plus pricing will vary by park. For example, you might pay $27 at Magic Kingdom on a certain day, but you'd pay $18 at Animal Kingdom on that same day because there's lower demand. But AJ, what if we want to visit more than one park that day with a park hopper pass? What do we do then? Great question. Along with the individual park pricing for Genie Plus, there's also a multiple parks option, just like there always has been, that you can purchase too. The price range for this Genie Plus option will be on par with whatever park has the highest Genie Plus price point that day. So if Magic Kingdom is the highest priced at $27, $27, then the multi-park option will also be $27. You don't have to pay for all 4 parks separately. You can buy that one $27 one and get all 4 parks. And that's it. So in a nutshell, this change means you could potentially pay less for lightning lanes depending on what park you're visiting. No other major lightning lane changes have been made per the release of this video, meaning sales are still available starting at midnight and all guests can make their first lightning lane selection at 7 a.m. However, make sure to keep checking back with us because Disney has promised that there are some more good changes on the horizon for this service starting soon. Okay, next tip you need to know, value and moderate resorts have the same perks. There, I said it, and I know Disney doesn't want me to say it, but I have to. Value resorts generally have the same perks as the moderate ones. Now, that's not to say moderate resorts are identical to value resorts. There's a lot of draw to choose a moderate over a cheaper option, like for their elevated theming, potentially larger rooms, and of course, their reputation for being of higher quality and having table service restaurants. But if all you're doing is going back to your hotel to shower and sleep after spending a whole day in the parks all trip long, you can really save a lot of money by staying at a value resort. There are even some values, namely Disney's Art of Animation and Disney's All-Star Music, that have family suites available, with All-Star Music having the cheapest family suite option across all the Disney resorts, so you could still fit a larger group in one room while saving money. Win-win. The value resorts also offer the same basic amenities as the moderate resorts, like themed pools and playgrounds, gift shops, dining, that Disney-fied customer service we all know and love, free transportation to the parks, and early theme park entry. Along with that, they also both do not offer extended evening hours on select nights at select parks, like the deluxe resorts do. So sure, the theming at the value resorts can be a little over the top, but if you're not spending a lot of time there, then who cares there's a giant Ursula in front of your room? Actually, your kids might prefer the over-the-top characters and theming at the value resorts rather than the more subdued, classier themes at the moderates. Not to mention, some value resorts actually have better perks than certain moderate resorts do. Art of Animation and Pop Century Resort both have Skyliner access that'll take you to Epcot, Hollywood Studios, or any of the other resorts located on the Skyliner route, which will give you way more dining options than the standard food court offerings provide. Meanwhile, the only moderate resort with Skyliner access is Disney's Caribbean Beach. All the other moderate resorts must rely on shuttle transportation and bus transportation only to take them over to the parks. One of the big differences really between value and moderate resorts is the dining situation. Value resorts generally only have food courts for guests to enjoy, while moderate resorts typically have some table service restaurants thrown in the mix as well. Other than that, values and moderates don't offer very different amenities. Now, I can hear you screaming at your TV right now. There is one moderate resort that goes above and beyond the rest and would easily fit into the deluxe resort category, and that's Disney's Coronado Springs, namely the Grandisino Tower. Coronado Springs sets itself apart from all the other moderate resorts by offering 2 fitness centers, 3 table service restaurants, 3 lounges, and the opportunity to stay club level. I'm not saying Coronado Springs isn't without its faults, because bus service can be a pain and you still can't get extended evening hours by staying here, but if you're wanting kind of bougie on a budget, this might be the moderate resort option you'll want to look into more thoroughly. All right, next tip you gotta hear, pay for your fuel rods before you get to Disney. Time to save some money in ways that Disney would never admit. Throughout the parks, you'll likely be using your phone a lot. You're going to be checking the My Disney Experience app for ride wait times, taking photos, mobile ordering, signing up for the restaurant's walk-up wait list, checking out items via mobile merchandise, using Magic Mobile to scan into the parks, you get it. So, you might find your phone battery dying very quickly in Disney World, even faster than it does back home. That's why you'll always catch me recommending you pack a portable phone charger in your park bag that you can keep handy when your phone needs some extra juice. One popular charger option is the light and portable fuel rods. You can find machines to buy and replace these all over Disney World. Fuel rods are definitely convenient because you don't have to worry about charging them up in your hotel room. You just swap out your empty fuel rod for a fully juiced up one for free at any of the fuel rod machines you come across. Takes literally 5 seconds and it's super nifty. Now, if you buy a fuel rod in Disney World, it's going to cost you $30 for a starter kit that comes with a portable charger and a charging cable. But here's what Disney doesn't tell you. If you get a fuel rod online on Amazon, you can get these chargers for less. A single fuel rod on Amazon is $20, or you could pay $30 and get 2 fuel rods for the price of 1 on Disney grounds. And the best part, you'll still be able to swap out the fuel rods you buy online all over Disney World for free without any issues. All right, this next tip is probably absolute treason for some of you, but for others, it's going to make a big difference. Okay, consider skipping Magic Kingdom's Christmas party. Sounds super Grinch-like for me to say you should consider skipping out on Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It's obviously a time of good tidings and cheer and Snope on Main Street, USA. But you might agree with me when you hear about the newest Christmas party getting ready to hit the Disney World scene. Disney's Hollywood Studios is ready to compete against Magic Kingdom's holiday after-hours party with its new separately ticketed Jollywood Nights. This limited capacity event is going to bring a ton of exclusive party offerings, like a live holiday special hosted by Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy at Theater of the Stars, hello, a Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along at Hyperion Theater hosted by Jack Skellington and Oogie Boogie both, unique character meet and greets like Powerline Max, Phineas and Ferb, and several other Holly Jolly guests, exclusive treats, and more. And much like any other after-hours event we've seen in the past, lots of rides are going to stay open during the party, including Slinky Dog Dash, Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, and Rise of the Resistance, which will have a virtual queue. Jollywood Nights will take place from 8:30 to 12:30 on select nights from November 11th to December 20th, 2023. But you can purchase tickets right now on the Disney World website. Tickets cost $159 to $179 per person depending on the night, with the more expensive dates being closer to the actual Christmas holiday. So let's be real here. Is Jollywood Nights going to be something you want to grab tickets for instead of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party? Well, it depends. Overall, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party might still be best for groups with younger kids and for people who haven't been to a Disney World holiday party before. Jollywood Nights does sound like a good party for adults and older kiddos, especially those who want to tackle more intense rides than you're going to find at Magic Kingdom with little to no waits. The Hollywood Studios event is also great for people who've already been to Very Merry a few times and want to try something new. No matter which party you choose, or even if you can't decide and wind up buying tickets for both, don't worry, no guilt, we've done it already. You can be celebration ready with our DFB holiday shirts and sweaters, available now at dfbstore.com. We got a variety of different options for you to choose from, ranging from your ugly sweater style to styles that represent our love for both gingerbread cookies and Disney modes of transportation. If you're planning on vacationing in Disney during the holiday season and want an outfit that's totally unique from what you'll find in the Disney gift shops, we've got you covered. Literally. All right, I absolutely love this tip. I want you to pay attention. You can get quick service food for cheaper, and they're never going to tell you about this. All right, let's cut to the chase. There are 3 different ways you can save money on your quick service meals that Disney is never going to talk to you about. Strategy number 1, ask about an entree only price. Counter service menus usually automatically include side items, and those prices you're seeing reflect those extras. You don't really feel like fries with your cheeseburger? Ask a cast member if there's an entree-only price. You may be able to knock off the extra cost. Just keep in mind that you can't do this through mobile order, and you will have to stand in the physical line to get that side order knocked off. Okay, strategy 2, order off the kids menu, even as an adult. If you want a smaller portion of a certain entree for a smaller price point too, just order off the kids menu. This might not be a strategy you'll be able to pull off at a sit-down table service restaurant, but it's one we use all the time when we're in the parks and just need a light lunch to keep us fueled before a big dinner. Some of our favorite places to order off the kids menu are Satuli Canteen at Animal Kingdom for their smaller custom bowls and single-serving cheeseburger pods. Those are great snack options. Woody's Lunchbox in Hollywood Studios for their grilled cheese and breakfast bowls, and Docking Bay 7 also in Hollywood Studios for that fried chicken tip yip with macaroni and cheese. And strategy number 3, split an entree with someone in your group. Some of those quick service offerings can be huge, so you might want to order one and split it with somebody else. Again, you usually aren't going to be able to do this at table service restaurants, but no problem at quick service. Some of the best split-worthy quick service meals can be found at Sleepy Hollow Refreshments in Magic Kingdom, their waffle sandwiches. Columbia Harbor House, also in Magic Kingdom, with their trio platter of fried shrimp, chicken strips, battered fish, hush puppies, and a choice of side for $15. And Flame Tree Barbecue in Disney's Animal Kingdom with their ribs, chicken, and pulled pork sampler, served with signature baked beans and coleslaw, all for around $20. All right, time to make the Disney dining plan worth it. After years and years of asking and asking, Disney World finally brought the dining plan back. Now, ever since the pandemic closures in 2020, the DDP has been MIA. But by January 9th of next year, it's back in business, baby. Now, for the record, we've got a whole digital guide that's live on dfbstore.com right now, which will go in depth about everything you need to know about this returning prepaid dining option that you can attach to your vacation package. This guide even takes you through what a realistic dining schedule would look like for your family while using the DDP, and it'll help you determine whether that price point is going to be worth it for your family or not. But what I want to focus on right now is which restaurants will be the best values if you decide to go ahead and use the Disney Dining Plan during your 2024 vacation. Let's start with the best quick service option first. If you're looking for some seriously flavorful eats in Disney Springs, we're going to recommend Polite Pig. This spot features modern barbecue and a variety of wood-fired, smoked and grilled items, and all drinks are served on tap. The pricier options on the menu here will really help you get the best value for your quick service credit. You could opt for Layla's Ribs for $26, the Cedar Plank Salmon for $26, or the USDA Prime Brisket for $22. Plus, there are plenty of cocktails, beers, and wine choices to choose from, ranging in price from $5 to $16. If you pair a $16 cocktail with your $26 ribs, you're looking at a $42 value for your quick service meal credit, and that's incredible. Moving on to the best table service to use with your Disney Dining Plan, it's dinner at Ohana at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. No, I'm not just saying this because I love Ohana, even though I do. I'm saying this because dinner here really does give you the most bang for your buck when you've got the DDP. Dinner consists of all-you-can-eat, family-style Polynesian food for $59 per adult and $38 per child. So what's on the menu? You're going to be served mixed green salad, signature Ohana bread, honey coriander chicken wings, pork dumplings tossed in that chili garlic sauce, the famous Ohana noodles we never stop talking about, the bread pudding, which we also never stop talking about, and a variety of different meats cooked inside the open-air kitchen. This is another spot where you can potentially see fireworks from the windows if you time your dinner reservation just right. The restaurant will even dim the lights and play the music for Happily Ever After as you look down upon Magic Kingdom while stuffing your face with loads of noodles and bread pudding. It's magical. And best of all, Ohana continues to be only one table service credit instead of two, like some of the other higher-end restaurants at the deluxe resorts, like California Grill and Topolino's Terrace. And finally, let's talk about the best use of your snack credits. Over at Hollywood Studios, you can grab a heavy-duty funnel cake from Epic Eats, which is usually priced around $8 to $9. These are massive funnel cakes that range from the classic powdered sugar variety to the ones loaded with vanilla ice cream and strawberries. You can also find over-the-top seasonal options here from time to time, too. And if you're looking for something more savory, head over to the refreshment port at Epcot, grab yourself a hefty order of the traditional poutine for around $7.50, which is made with french fries, beef gravy, and cheese curds. One more thing before I shut up about the DDP. If you're interested in picking up our Disney Dining Plan guide over at dfbstore.com, make sure to type in code YouTube so you can save some money on your purchase. Okay, at the start of this video, I mentioned that staying hydrated is one of those universally known tips that everyone's going to tell you is key to having a good Disney park day. And I'm not backtracking here. You're going to need water and lots of it because Disney's hot and we don't need y'all passing out in the parks because we just saw 2 people pass out in the parks on July 4th and it's the worst. But buying bottle after bottle directly inside the parks is going to add up big time because that Dasani is like $5 now. So don't pay for water in the parks, y'all. Most quick service restaurants in Disney will offer you a free cup of water that you can pick up at any time. They've got them all ready to go, especially on those really, really hot days. Or if you've got a refillable water bottle handy, use a free park refill station to fill up. You can find water bottle refill stations at various locations, like near the Tron restrooms in Magic Kingdom, over at the Odyssey Pavilion in Epcot, outside by the Hollywood Studios bus stop and Skyliner restrooms, and inside the queue for Flight of Passage and Na'vi River Journey in Animal Kingdom. Now, if you do want a bunch of bottled water, but you don't want to pay for it in the parks, it may make sense to get a delivery app on your phone to use when you're on vacation. You can snag an entire case of water bottles from some of those big box grocery stores and get them delivered through Instacart or whatever you use, Prime, and have the whole transaction cost you about the same price as a single bottle of water inside Disney World. Totally wild, right? So what about those not so hidden delivery fees? Well, some items may be slightly higher compared to in-person shopping, There can be offers like buy one, get one free deals and manufacturer coupons on the app, and your app will notify you of any available discounts as you shop to make sure you're still getting the best savings. Now, here's a pro tip. If you become an Instacart Plus member, you can get free delivery on orders over $35. This membership fee is $9.99 per month or $99 per year. If you already have it, please use it in Disney World. It could be a solid investment if you plan on using it a lot, even when you're not on your Disney vacation. Instacart doesn't pay me. This is not an ad. I tend to use it all the time when I'm in the parks to get things like my Diet Pepsi because they don't have Diet Pepsi in the parks. Diet Pepsi is better than Diet Coke, but I do order sometimes bottled waters as well just to have them ready to go. So just wanted to give you the heads up on that. Don't pay for water in the parks. It is not worth it, y'all. Okay, and to piggyback off that last point, much like you don't have to purchase water bottles inside Disney World if you want to avoid those inflated prices, you also don't have to constantly eat at Disney World's restaurants either if you don't want to. I'm sorry, what did Disney Food Blog just say? Okay, I told you today's video was a tell-all, and I'm sticking to that. For food delivery services, you can use all those delivery apps that you use at home. You can also choose to check a restaurant's direct website to see if they offer their own delivery service instead. So here are some things to keep in mind when ordering a food delivery in Disney World, because it's going to cost you less money, even with the delivery fees, than it's going to cost you to buy something at a Disney World quick service or table service restaurant. Now, there's usually going to be a delivery fee that ranges from 99 cents to $10 or more, so check those before you go. Many delivery service apps do charge a service fee, and sometimes you'll be held to a minimum order amount and are going to be charged a small order fee if you're under the amount. And of course, you got to tip your driver. So, will ordering out be cheaper than grabbing a quick service meal in Disney Springs or your resort? It's always worth checking it out, especially if you're on the hunt for late night dining options or if your kid is just begging for Mickey D's chicken nuggets and fries. All fast food orders can be picked up at Bell Services at the lobby of your resort, or if you happen to be staying at Disney's All-Star Resort, deliveries can also be dropped off at the Smart Lockers outside Melody Hall. But I have found delivery food services to be a lifesaver in Disney World, especially when you get back when it's really late at night, nothing's open in Disney World, or maybe you have a sick kiddo and you're stuck in the room for a little bit, or you just can't be bothered and you just want to stay in your pajamas. I get it. You're on vacation after all. All right, so this next tip I'm really sorry about, but I gotta say it. You don't need to go back to Disney World every single year. Okay, truth bomb, but it needs to be said. New attractions, restaurants, rides, shops, hotel rooms, etc. are constantly opening in Disney World. And since you really can't do everything, like literally every single thing in a single trip unless you're there for a month, there will almost always be a reason you'll want to come back. But you really don't need to go back to Disney World every year to try and experience it all and avoid the FOMO. This is especially true if you're looking to save money or potentially see these new things in the parks with lower crowd levels. I mean, just take Tron Light Cycle Run. On its opening day back in April, those virtual queues booked up solid within seconds, but now, depending on the day you visit, virtual queues might still be available for this new coaster even hours after Magic Kingdom opens. If you wait to visit a new attraction when it's not so new anymore, the crowds will likely be a lot less hectic, making it easier for you to enjoy that new ride. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that you should plan the trip that your time and budget allow. If you skip the trip this year to save up money instead, you're going to be able to take a longer trip in the future and see potentially even more stuff, since Disney World's always got something new on the horizon. So Disney World tips and tricks change up all the time as new rules and systems and attractions are added to these constantly changing parks. But that's why we're here, keeping you in the loop so you don't ever have to be out of it. We are in the parks every single day, so we're making sure to find the most important changes, the most important updates, and when there's baby ducks. Now, before we sign off, here's one last look at that QR code for our DFB planning worksheets. All you need to do is drop us your name and email. We'll get them sent to your inbox immediately. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. Sorry about all the truth bombs today, but I hope they helped. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.